What?
I can't get a grip on it. It's just like a little piece of plastic.
It was something that like seemed to be so impressive when you first did it, and then just made you look weaker and weaker as you tried to do it. And then when you explained what it actually was, I've never lost more respect for you.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
What was the point?
I don't know, man. I don't know. These hands got to do stuff. You know, if I'm not throwing hands, I might as well rip apart some plastic. You know, save a turtle.
Yes, the two things that you are known for: throwing hands and ripping plastic.
And saving turtles. 3 things.
Oh, the 3 things. Yes, sorry, I forgot your love of turtles.
I do love turtles. You know what I love more? Skunks. And not skunks in the traditional sense. Skunks with PETA, don't come after me, but skunks with their stink sacks removed so I can keep them as a little pet and not get sprayed. That's what I love. I want a skunk so badly.
Hey, buddy, that's just a cat.
It's not. They're so different than cats.
No, a skunk without a sneak stack is just a stink. A skunk. Hold on.
It's
Hold
like,
on.
yeah, it's like a tongue twister.
A skunk without a stink stack. Why don't we just start the show?
Good idea.
Welcome to the Garlic Boys podcast, where we treat friendship like a good recipe treats garlic. You can never have too much of it. We're your hosts. I'm Connor O'Connor.
And I
am a skunk stink sack.
And I stinked my pants at work last night.
Gross, dude.
You're welcome.
You stinked your pants?
I stinked my pants.
So like you pooped or like you
it was like one of those never trust a fart moments, you know?
Oh no.
Yeah, where you're like, I should be fine. It's just a little, you know, just a little bit. And then boom, nope, not fine.
It's too wet of a fart.
Too wet of a fart, yeah. So I called over the radio. I said, hey, could you come back to the office, please? I have something to take care of. And then ran to the bathroom.
Sergeant, we got a code brown. I repeat, we got a code brown.
We actually have a bathroom here at my job that is leaking water out of the walls. Like it's just spewing water out of the walls. And they are doing what they can to mitigate the spread of water, right? However, they're not fixing the problem. It's been going on since like Tuesday, right? This water has just been coming out of the walls since Tuesday. And the one day they do try and work on it, one of the offices neighboring this bathroom was like, "Hey, could you tune it down just a little bit? You're very loud, and we have people here visiting. So could you just like just a little bit take it down a notch?" And I mean, you're so right. We can't fix this bathroom that's spewing out water.
I'm so sorry we're being a little inconvenient with the noise. I can't take a poop without getting a bidet to the face from the
wall. Exactly. The entitlement is so strong here.
Was it an older white woman?
I'm sure it was. I know most of the people that work in that office. Yeah, probably.
You pooping your pants at work made me think of a fun joke that I remember.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a pirate captain just pirating his ship, captaining his ship, throughout the seas. And then first mate runs up to him and says, like, "Sir, we have a report that there's two pirate ships, two other ships like heading towards us, and they look like they're about to engage us in battle." The captain says, "All right, I want you to go and fetch me my red shirt." First mate does that, gives him his red shirt. They engage with these ships. They win the battle. First mate says, "Sir, why did you have me grab you your red shirt?" And he says, "Well, because when we were in the battle, if I was to get hurt or to go down, I wouldn't want the other men to see it and feel like they had to help me. I would want them to continue on to the fight. So I wanted the red shirt to cover up the blood if I was to be injured."
I feel like I know
And
where
he's
this
like,
is going.
"Wow, that's really noble of you, Captain. I'm so like I'm honored to be under your captainage." Um, a few days later, first mate comes back up to him and says, "Captain, there's more ships heading towards us. There's 10 of them this time." And captain goes, "Okay, bring me my brown pants."
I was gonna say I felt like I knew where that was going.
Well, yeah, I gave away the punchline by relating it to you, but
Yeah,
I think it's still a solid joke.
it's a solid joke. I will
Well,
agree.
everyone hopes that joke comes out solid, but in your case, it doesn't always.
It did not come out solid.
Brought it back around to you.
Yeah, so that's basically been my week. Oh yeah, my car died again.
Oh, again?
Yeah. I am so sick of this car. When I first got this car, I was like, dude, this is gonna be such a solid car. It had like 70 or so thousand miles. Like it was really decent car. Like it had things my old cars didn't have, and I was just like, I was stoked, right?
CRVs are also known for being pretty.
Not a CRV. It used
Whatever
to be
you had, I thought it was a CRV.
yeah, the car I crashed to get this car was a CRV. No,
That's
I'm
why
sorry.
I thought you had a CRV.
Insurance that sounds really sketchy. I didn't crash it to get this car. I crashed it.
No, you crashed it because you were like, "I want this new car, and I have to get rid of this other car."
No.
I remember you saying it to me. I'll testify that in court.
I will murder you. That you can testify to court about.
If I ever die, you're gonna be the number one suspect because there's so many recordings of you saying you're gonna kill me.
They'll literally just play back every episode. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. Be like, the hate got to be too much for you, didn't
Just
it?
kept growing stronger and stronger.
Every single quiz he gave you just made you want to kill him.
Who's bonier now that I have your tibia?
There's a cat on your shelf, by the way.
Maisie, get off the shelf.
So anyway, what was I saying? We were talking about how much
You crashed your car for the insurance money.
Okay, didn't do that. I got this new car and I was stoked about it. Since then, I have put 70 more thousand miles on it, right? Like I've doubled the mileage on this car. I'm in the 140s right now. I've doubled the mileage. The backup camera just stopped working. Like week one stopped working. Like I think it went from being perfect when I bought it. Week one, it went to black and white, and then week two, it just stopped working. Like
Did
it's
you
now
try replacing the fuse?
No. I haven't replaced anything because I don't really care that much about a backup camera. It's a screen this big anyway. It's not like it's gonna help me that much. And then just since then, everything wrong has been happening with my car. It's like just one after another. I've gotten recalls on this vehicle more than any vehicle I've ever gotten in my life. Probably like 4 or 5 that I've actually had to go in to get fixed for free. Thank goodness. I mean, usually recalls are covered, but like that's insane amount of recalls for one vehicle.
I remember I think it was March when you came down because we were looking at like suits and stuff.
Yeah.
You didn't have heat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I figured that problem out. There's a wire that's underneath the passenger side dash that my heat and air conditioning wasn't working. And I, for some reason, like stretched out because I was in the passenger seat. and
You
bumped some of the
disconnected
wires.
it.
Well, I bumped some of the wires and it came on. And I'm like, okay, so I bump the wires again and it comes off. I'm like, this whole time, it's just been a loose wire underneath the passenger side dash, and it's probably you or Mia that's sticking their little feet up under there and bumped the wires. And now I know, like, so every time my air conditioner just like stops working, I'll like go over and like hit the underside of the dash and it'll come back on. And I'm like, yes, this whole time. So yeah, that's been a huge problem. And then the other problem is my car just like didn't start one time. And after a few minutes of trying, it started. So I was like, okay, that's fine. So then it ran for like a couple more days and then it stopped again. So I was like, oh geez. So I had to get it to the car repair shop, the mechanic, in order to fix it. And by the grace of God, the day I have my appointment, my car turns on. I'm like, okay, I can at least get it there without having to spend like $300 on a tow.
Right.
So I get it there, but then every time they start it, or every time they go to start it, it starts.
It starts and works perfectly.
They have it for like a week, and every single time they start it, it starts. So, I pick up my car and take it home. It works for a little while, and then it does it again. But this time, it just ain't starting back up. So I have to get it towed. Luckily, I was already in town to get it towed, so it wasn't. I with my insurance, it was actually a free tow. And they finally try to start it, and it doesn't start. So, as much as I wish I could just save the money, I'm happy that it stayed broken for them so they could actually fix the problem. But it turned out to be like a $500 problem. So
Did you need a new starter?
I did. Yeah, I need a new starter. Usually with starters, from what I've been told, is when it starts to go out, no pun intended, when it starts to go out, it'll maybe work one more time and then like you have to get it fixed. Like it's not going to keep working. It worked for me. It kept working for a very long while. Like a couple months, I think, maybe a month or two. And it kept working. So I was like, maybe it's not the starter, but then I take it in and it is in fact the starter.
You got lucky because when my starter went, I was driving home from work late at night, and it was on the truck, and it started, but like it started bad.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, that's a tomorrow problem.
Yeah.
I can't worry about that right now. I got to get home. It's 12 o'clock. I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
And so go out the next day, start my truck. The lights come on, but it just won't start. Like,
yeah,
there's no
it's not a battery issue.
Yeah, and so we figured out it was the starter. And I think my starter and my alternator were connected.
Yeah.
So I had to replace the whole thing.
That's rough.
Luckily, I have a buddy who can do it.
Oh, good.
And I had enough. I was in my driveway at my mom's house because I was still when I was living there. And so there was enough space in the driveway to also fix the car.
That's perfect.
And he got a rebate on it when like turning in the the starter after he changed it.
Yeah.
And so it was only a few $100 to fix it and everything. And I didn't have to pay shop fees, but unfortunately,
that's very nice.
You don't have that luxury. Nope. I'm sorry about that.
I'll call your buddy and just have him come all the way here.
What's funny about like starters going on trucks is it also happened to AJ, my brother. For the listeners,
you have a brother?
I hate you. I think a little bit after we moved in together, like a year later after my starter went in like September.
Yeah.
and then his went in November of the same
Ugh.
year. Like it was so close to each other.
Yeah.
And it was for a while, like everything that happened with my truck happened to his truck, and it just like kept going back and forth.
Contagious.
But the funniest issue I've ever seen of someone's starter going was my friend Matt and my young adults group in at church. And he we were having an outside picnic for Labor Day a few years ago, and he drives past us and kind of like pulls off in the center of like the drive or the parking lot, in the way of where all the cars are supposed to go. Turns off his car and he stops there, and his starter went while it was there.
Oh no.
And so then there was like 4 or 5, like all of the car guys in the group go over and they're trying to figure out what's going on with it and everything.
I can just picture that. It's like a bunch of barbecue dads.
Oh yeah, it's truly was like, all right, did we try this? All right, let's look under here. Let's look at this.
Yeah.
Fortunately, it was Labor Day, so it was like nothing we could do to fix it at that time. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure most of them, if they had their tools or like the war withdrawal, they could have fixed the starter in that moment. But like the stores were closed, none of them had their tools on them. Like it was just one of those things where he had to get his car towed. The tow truck didn't get there until an hour after the party ended. And so it was pretty funny because everyone was driving around him to get out. When the tow truck got there, we had to drive around the other side of the church and everything.
Yeah.
He's like, I thought I was being funny and I just ruined it.
That's always how.
Yeah. I think that's not the worst thing that ever happened with my truck though, with like getting it started and everything. That was when the I think it was called a cushing. There was some sort of like rubber bit that like connected to the gear shift of my truck
Okay.
that just disintegrated, which happens.
Yeah.
But because of that, I couldn't shift gears. After I got home and was reversed, or I pulled in and I needed to reverse back into my parking space, but I couldn't get it to shift even out of drive to get to like park and everything.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And so we had to just shut off my truck in drive, which isn't a great thing to do for your vehicle.
No.
But luckily,
Most
the way
vehicles don't let you take the key out if it's not in park, or
right,
neutral, at the very least.
but one thing that we were able to figure out about the truck, like, I called AJ to come out, and of course, he helped. We were able to get like a brick under the wheel so it wasn't like continuing to roll into the wall, like the retaining wall at my mom's house. But he was able to get under there, and from under there he could actually like finagle the transmission or whatever, like, and like shift it back into reverse manually.
Nice.
And then we were able to get my truck backed up and parked. Well, he fixed it enough to where the next day I forgot this happened because I was late to go to work.
Yeah.
And I get down to work to park, and I try to park, and I think I was able to pull into a parking spot because I had a parallel park at that time.
Yeah.
And I tried to park, and I couldn't.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no, I don't know what to do. But luckily, he was down the street.
Oh, perfect.
at an antique mall, so I drove over there, and we did the same thing basically in that parking lot. And he's like, just don't touch it. So we left it there. Then I went to work. He came and picked me up later, and I had to Uber down to it the next day, and he fixed it so that I could drive it to the shop. And I called the shop beforehand, and I was like, hey, I'm coming. I might need somebody to come out and like prep my truck so that we could get it to not roll because it's on a hill.
Yeah.
And then, of course, just like you said, it worked perfectly when the guys were there. So I have all these guys out there waiting to help me with my truck, and it just goes in the park perfectly. And I'm like, well, now I seem like the guy that not only can't fix his truck looking like this, because like I looks like somebody that should at least know something about cars, because people assume that from me for some reason.
Yeah.
To then the guy that's freaked out so much by a car that he can't do anything right.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Thank you.
You just call that juice?
Yeah, this is my happy juice.
The juice of life.
See, this is not nice. This is shrinkflation right here.
Agreed. A doctor a day keeps the apples away.
Yes, but like, I think they're still being able to claim this is 2 ounce or 2 liters because it's in the 2 liter bottle. But look how much room
I know, man.
is not Dr. Pepper.
There's a lot of that going on. Like if you just like look at Pringles cans from like 2005 to now, man.
I opened a bag of chips once, and there was 3 chips in it. Like it was like a snack size.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's disgusting. So I'll give you a chance to eat if you want.
No, I'm good.
I could tell you about my background.
Oh yeah, let's talk about the Toxic Avenger.
I would love to talk about the Toxic Avenger. So, first of all, I want to preface this for all you people out there, you little fanboys. I don't know anything about the Toxic Avenger. I I don't know.
All right, let's talk about the Toxic Avenger. I don't know a single thing about the Toxic Avenger.
Okay. So I do believe it was a movie. This is now a remake, I think. Pretty sure. And it stars Peter Dinklage as the Toxic Avenger. And I don't remember if it was based off a comic or a cartoon or something. But it doesn't matter. I mean, it does. I'm telling you to go watch it, even though I don't know anything about it. The reason I'm telling you to go watch it. Go ahead, Connor.
It's the 5th installment, a reboot of the Toxic Avenger film series, and a remake of the 1984 film.
Okay, there you go. 5th installment. Wow. I've never even heard of this until I saw the trailer for it. And to be fair, the trailer looks awesome. It looks like a great movie.
There's also a graphic novel coming out on September 2nd about the Toxic Avenger.
Nice. Okay, so the reason I'm telling all of you to go watch it, it came out this weekend, so buy your tickets now. The company that produced the movie, the company is Cineverse. Okay. Cineverse has made a deal with a medical debt company to, man, I'm so hungry. You're making me hungry. I'm sorry. Back to it. Cineverse has made a deal with a medical debt relief company, Undo Medical Debt, to erase people's medical debt. So, they are giving $5 million to this company to erase that much medical debt from the people that need it the most. And every $1 million the movie makes at the box office, another $1 million in debt will get erased. So, say the movie makes $600 million, right? I don't know how long this deal goes. If this is like just this weekend, like opening weekend, or if this is opening week or the entire run, it's in theaters for the box office. Like they could theoretically clear that much medical debt, which is awesome. And what I heard about this company it's the video I sent you. What I heard about Undo Medical Debt is they essentially purchase people's medical debt, stuff that has gone to collections and everything. They purchase people's medical debt and then pay it for them, which is incredible because in a stupid country with that doesn't have free healthcare. This is great. This kind of nonprofit is exactly what we need to help people that are incurring hundreds of thousands of dollars in medical debt just because they had a baby or just because they had a surgery. So I think this is fantastic. And the reason they were able to do this is because they haven't they stopped all of their marketing to be able to save this money so they could put it towards clearing medical debt, which I think is really, really great.
Yeah, traditionally, marketing budget is the same amount as used. I think it's half as much as you used on the movie. So, like, if it's a $20 million movie, you put $10 million into marketing.
Yeah.
So a movie needs to double itself to make money. Currently, right now, opening weekend, it has made $1.755 million.
Nice. Okay, so they've already cleared $1 million
Right.
more on top of the 5 million that they were planning. That's great.
Its opening night, it made 754,000. So it's doing pretty good.
Yeah.
What's fun? What's like different about this movie is that it premiered at Fantastic Fest in 2023.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it took forever for them to get distribution for
Mhm.
it. And it was deemed unreleasable because of the violent content within it.
Oh, really?
Yes. But it is out, like you said,
Mhm.
um, because of let's see, Cineverse got the distribution rights, and Iconic Events releasing to bring it to theaters.
That's awesome. I'm very excited. Like I planned on going to see this movie. One because I'm sure in the future I'm gonna be in the same boat. You know what I mean? Like where I need somebody to clear my medical debt. Um
I currently have a bunch of medical debt.
that's what I'm saying. We're the kind of people that um this kind of thing would benefit. So me to do at least some of my part and try and help somebody that's in the same boat, if not a worse boat than me. I think I'm gonna try and get over my fear of movie theaters. Uh I'm exaggerating, but I'm gonna go see this movie.
I,
And go ahead.
I think I think it's great. Like, I have no notes on how they're dealing with this or whatever.
Mhm.
Because like it wasn't a big like show offy thing. Like, I didn't see an ad talking about it. I saw a film critic or a film reviewer talking about it, and that's how I knew about it.
Yeah.
And so like even within like saying, hey, we're going to spend our promotional budget on this, they didn't even promote that they're doing it. And so like it's truly word of mouth and other people saying like, hey, look at this cool thing that they're doing.
Yeah.
And so like it's something good that's being done, but it's not being done for their own endorsement kind of.
Yeah.
So like it's the idea of like when somebody goes up to a homeless person, it's like, look, I gave you this food, and they film themselves doing it.
Yeah.
Sure, you did something nice, but you did it for your own benefit. It's the same problem that people have with like Mr. Beast curing 1,000 people's eye blindness and things like that. Like, and he always claps back with like, well, I have to make it a video so that I have the money to do things like that.
Right.
But like, and technically with this, like they have to release something, and like there has to be an exchange of people getting something. And hopefully at some point in the future we get to it to where there doesn't have to be an exchange. It could just be true selflessness, and those who have the means to be selfless and help more than us being selfless and helping, truly changing their hearts and doing something. But for now, like if we can help out in small ways, like that's what you got to do. I mean, I'm currently eating Domino's, and I have an option that you can round up to donate cents to St. Jude's.
Yeah.
So like it rounds up to the nearest dollar. I gave them 11 cents today, but like I don't know if I give 11 cents every time I get Domino's, which is Usually once a week because I'm fat. That's what, $55 a year?
Yeah.
Close to something like that. I don't know. I didn't do the math, but it's not. It's usually like between like $1 and something. So like,
Yeah.
it's close to $50 a year. I don't know what my $50 is buying. My $50 could be the reason why a kid with cancer has a pillow. Like, you don't know what you're doing, and like any small part can help. And it doesn't have to come from like a religious standpoint, which mine does, but for you, it could just be that you want to be a good person and help out fellow humans.
Yeah. Makes me think we need to tax the rich more. But yeah, so go see all of you, every single person listening, all 32 of you. If we every single person listening, go see the Toxic Avenger right now. Immediately. You clear out your bank accounts, go see it 100 times if that's what you want to do.
It also really like is compatible with the themes of the Toxic Avenger.
Yeah.
Because like, if we just read the description it has right here, if you load again. Set in a fantasy world, the film follows janitor Winston Goose, who, after a freak accident, transforms into a mutant vigilante known as the Toxie. Armed with his mop, and the unlikely hero batters freaks, gangsters, and corrupt CEOs while trying to save his relationship with his son. Corrupt CEOs.
Oh.
Crazy how that's an alternate world fantasy.
Oh, man.
It's not like a corrupt CEO is also the most powerful world in the country.
You know what?
Do you know he went missing for 3 days?
I was gonna say the same thing. I cannot tell you how much I was like, just okay. Listen, I want to make one thing clear. I'm not the kind of person who wishes bad things to happen to people, right? Yeah, like I'm not that kind of person most of the time. But there are certain people, I think, that I wish a little bit more than the average person that things would happen to. And you know, it didn't happen. At least reportedly didn't happen. And maybe I'm getting a little into conspiracy theory territory here, but you know, a man can dream. And this would have been a really.
You telling me
holiday.
they think you think they replaced Captain Kinkles with somebody else?
Listen, okay, so I'm just saying the one picture that we did get looks like a Spirit of Halloween mask. It looks like you know how when people put those realistic masks on and you can just like tell there's something weird about it, and it's usually in the mouth and the eyes. That's what this looked like, right? The mouth looked like somebody who couldn't close their mouth, like one of those realistic masks that look pretty realistic. But you know what? Hold on, I got this.
Hold on, I found the picture.
Well, I wanted to find the mask I'm talking about. right. Realistic.
Truly, I see what you're saying because you cannot see the eyes, and there's just a dark hole where the mouth is, and there's no teeth.
Exactly. So, if we're talking like, hold on, let me find a good one to explain. That's like when somebody has the mask on, you can just like see that in their mouth. You know, like just that look. Why did my screen get bigger? Oh wait, it went back to normal. That's interesting. That's really, hold on. Does it maybe?
Is it sensing that there's two people in your screen?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't like the picture. Could you please take it down?
Yeah, it is a little creepy.
But it was weird. Like, because there was a few hours there when I saw that like people were saying he had been seen for 3 days.
Yeah.
And then he was seen in Virginia. And it was like, oh no. Oh no, did the president die?
Yeah, like I was actually like a little worried. Not like worried in a oh no, he's dead way. Like wow, I don't think this has happened in our lifetime way.
In fairness, I've had the same feelings when Biden was president of,
That's true.
oh no, is he dead?
But
Because
the
truly, how do you
problem,
react when the president dies? That hasn't happened
right?
for years. I
Yeah.
think the last one was Kennedy.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you're right. And it's just it's very weird to think about happening in our lifetime, but if they keep electing ancient dinosaurs to be the president, it's going to happen eventually. And at that point you might as well be voting for the vice president instead of the president. But yeah, it was a little concerning considering this man is very, very camera heavy, where he loves to post on social media and put his face in front of a camera, and can't stop doing that. So the fact that he was gone for like 4 days, little alarming.
People were talking about how his truth social posts didn't have his tone to them.
Yeah,
There was like the M dash, which is like something that's seen a lot in
chat like AI.
ChatGPT and AI and stuff. It had been like before this happened, there was the longest stretch of him not golfing
Yeah,
out of the 10 years that he's been in the presidential space of like, so there was a lot around that as well. Of like, if he's not golfing, there's a problem, guys.
yeah.
Because the only thing he loves more than letting criminals out of prison is golfing.
Yeah. You know what? Not all dreams come true, and that's okay. To a point. But yeah, so that was my weekend.
Can I remind you of something?
Absolutely.
I'm only bringing it up because it has been 2 weeks now where you haven't done this. Do you have a bat fact?
If you listened to last week's episode, you would have heard that I did it in post-production. Yeah.
I didn't stay to the end because I thought the surprise at the end that you put in the description was just us turning into fruits and cake.
No, I didn't do that. Okay, I will tell you a bat fact. This might be already pretty well known. I mean, it's what other kind of this you know what? No, I'm not gonna do a well-known fact. I'm gonna do something different a little bit. Let's find a good one. Did you know? I'm gonna give you a twofer. Okay, bats are the only flying mammal, and that's pretty like common sense here, right? Their wings are actually a lot like human hands, in the fact that they're just like really long human hands, with like a membrane between them that helps them fly, and they're the only flying mammal, the true flying mammal. There are like flying squirrels, but they glide. They don't really, they fall with style, if you will. But all of that, here's the twofer, right? They can fly depending on the species. They can fly up to 100 miles an hour. That's pretty insane. I guess over 100 miles an hour. Like around 100 miles an hour is how fast, depending on the species, that certain bats can fly, which is wild because one of the fastest animals, the peregrine falcon, can fly. I think it's like 160 some or something like that. How fast can a peregrine? It's like the fastest animal relative, I guess, to hold on. Peregrine falcon speed.
Peregrine falcons can go 160, but my Corvette goes to 180.
I'm sorry. Peregrine falcons can go up to 240 miles an hour, while diving. So it's not even just like bats can just fly 100 miles an hour. These ones
so
have to.
They don't even have to use gravity.
Yeah, exactly. So that's really cool. And so I just wanted to share that lovely little 2 bat facts. You got 2. You got lucky.
I got a fun animal fact for you that I've been thinking about a lot,
I would love to hear this fun
and
animal.
it kind of relates.
Yeah.
Squirrels can't take falling damage.
What?
Squirrels can't take falling damage.
So if I dropped a squirrel from the Empire State Building, the squirrel would just land and be fine?
Yeah.
How?
There's something about squirrels, because I watched this whole YouTube video about this guy who literally tested it, where they can like contort their body and like reconfigure to where they can land even at full velocity, like true velocity.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I know cats can do something pretty similar. I don't know about fall damage, but they that's why it's like a cat always lands on its feet, is because they're really good at twisting their body to land on.
It's basically what the squirrels do.
Yeah. That's kind of cool. I love little animal facts, you know what I mean? If animals were as intelligent as humans, if there was any animal that was as intelligent as a human, we'd be screwed. We would be dead in a heartbeat. It's insane what some animals can do. Insane.
Our intelligence and our opposable thumbs are the only thing that separate us from animals.
Yeah. Listen, we said this before, and I will say it again until it happens. If octopuses could live longer than their average lifespan, which is like 5 to 10 years, it's not even that long. If octopuses could live longer, we would be dead. They would take over the entire planet because of just how smart they are. And if they had longer to develop that smartness, they're already building communities. They are on, like, they have been discovered to have little like towns, communities in which it's like an HOA. They like kick out their neighbors if they don't like them. Like, it's insane.
Yeah.
What octopuses are doing. Insane. I love it.
I mean, just there's some animals that just don't make sense.
Yeah.
Like lobsters are one of my favorite animals. Do you know why?
Because they live forever.
Because they're functionally immortal. If they can shed their shell, they can just restart life.
Yeah.
Basically. And it's the same thing with, like, there's a certain type of jellyfish that when it dies, it doesn't actually die. It just reverts back to its larval stage, or like,
which is awesome.
It's like pupal stage or whatever, like whatever their invertebrate stage is called. Like, it just reverts back to that. And it's like, how?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think nature is so cool. And the fact that we like haven't explored even like 10% of the dungeon, the ocean, where we've explored a very, very small portion of the ocean. There could be something out there that has been living since the dawn of the earth, since the start of creation, and it's still kicking. Like, that's insane to think about.
Well, there's a fish that has been around since prehistoric times. It's what the Pokemon Relicanth was based off of. And it was found over in like Australia, like this long thought to be extinct fish, and they found a species of it. It's like a 10,000-year-old fish.
Yeah. I hope, like, someday, I don't want to be part of it because I am clearly very depressed. But someday it would be cool, like, if humans were able to. I mean, if you're a Christian, then that's gonna happen. It's inevitable. Where we will live for eternity. New heaven, new earth, all that kind of jazz that's depicted in the Bible. But it would be cool if humans lived long enough to like evolve, right? We've already, like, with modern medicine and everything, we've already been able to extend our lifespan from like 50 years to now the average is like 70 to 80 years. You know what I mean? So if we could I mean, humans are terrible, and honestly, I think they all deserve to just be wiped out. But if we were able to extend our lifespan from like 70 years to 400 years, you know what I mean? Like, imagine what we could get done. We probably still wouldn't, arguably, because we're not getting anything done now. But like, it's just like octopuses, right? Like they're not able to advance much more than they already are because their lifespan is so short. But like, if humans could expand their lifespan, would we reach like freaking Jupiter? Would we reach Pluto? Would we go to different galaxies? Like, that would be so cool. I would be the first on the ship. If we had like cryo sleep or something like they do in sci-fi movies, I would be the first to sign up. Put me in cryo sleep and let me go to a different universe entirely. I'm sorry,
Nah, I don't want to live that long.
I don't. No. See, but
I don't want to live as long as I'm going to. Like,
if we could get, so I what I think should happen, and I know that it's not going to happen because everything is going to be funded by billionaires, and they're the corrupt people that shouldn't exist, right? But if we could get, and I know that this is a touchy subject with some people, if we could get just one ethical billionaire where they're using their billions of dollars in order to ethically advance human society. I know, but sometimes you got to have billions of dollars in order to create the rocket ship and the program in order to go to another planet and terraform it. You know what I mean? Like, you got to have money somewhere. I know that being a billionaire is inherently unethical. I get that. But what I'm saying is they build this fortune in order to use this fortune instead of hoarding this fortune. They use it to advance society in a ethical way. Then we could theoretically interview everybody that is up to go to this place, psychologically interview them, right? And every single person has to pass a psychological test and be a decent human being in order to go to this new planet and this new universe and this new society, not universe, galaxy, and build this planet. Then maybe we could have at least the first few generations could be a good, decent place. You know what I mean? You know what? All of the right-leaning people want the left-leaning people to leave the planet anyway. So how about we just take all the left-leaning people and go to another planet and start a new society? We'll see which one succeeds.
have you seen the movie Mickey 17?
No, I haven't, but I really want to.
There's an application process
Oh,
in
really?
that movie as well to go into the spaceship to go into the future and everything, run by a sketchy billionaire
Mm-hmm.
who is supposed to be seen as like benevolent,
Right.
but isn't.
Yeah.
Um, there is no efficacy in being a billionaire,
Right. But
and so
I think the reason I say, like, the possibility of even one ethical billionaire, if I became a billionaire today, like I just for some reason inherited billions of dollars, would it not be me being, in my opinion, an ethical person, right? Would it not be ethical of me to set up a space program, and take good people, which I know is subjective, but take good people to another planet and set up a new colony? Is that not still ethical of me?
why would you set up a new company instead of just funding public space travel within NASA?
Okay, that's fine, but everything is corrupted. You know what I mean? Like, I would have to start it from the ground up so that I know that it's 100% uncorrupted. Does that make sense? Like, I'm not saying NASA's corrupt because I love NASA. I absolutely adore NASA. But if I wanted to start something completely from the ground up, in order to not be corrupted, then I would have to restart. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
I want to eat the rich. Here's the thing. I just don't. I never believe there can be an ethical billionaire. And so, like, even though you're saying, like, yes, I want to spend all this money, you eventually won't be a billionaire because you're ethical.
Right.
Like, you're going to do things so that you don't keep making money.
Okay. So say I get a genie, right? That can give me an unlimited amount of wealth. And this genie, I set him free at the end of with my third wish. I set him free, and it's completely ethical there, right? So with the first wish, and this is a genie that's not going to twist my words. It'll give me exactly what I asked for. The first wish, I ask for the exact amount of money, no more, no less, the exact amount of money that I need to do this process, right? Where I want to build a space station on another planet. I want to build a company here that will allow me to take people to this other planet, like the exact amount of money, whether it be billions, trillions, quadrillions of dollars, whatever, right? And I use every single cent of that money to go from here to there. Right? Would that not be completely ethical to be a billionaire? Like, I don't have to make more money. Right? Okay, sorry. I'll let you talk. I keep talking.
Why take the money and not just wish for the space station and the ships to fly to it?
Because there would probably be more than one wish.
What was your second wish going to be then?
I don't know, that my dogs could live forever.
So it's a selfish wish.
That one is, yeah. That one's completely
That's
selfish.
not ethical.
Oh, it has nothing to do with me being a billionaire.
No, the selfish reasoning is always unethical.
The second one, okay, you're right. The second one is completely unethical. To make my dog live forever is pretty unethical, especially without their choice. But the first and third wish, completely ethical. And they're the only relevant wishes, right?
Yes. Okay. So the money that you're getting then, is that just creating new money, or are you taking that money from someone else?
Oh, no. It would be unethical to take the money, right? And I know that creating the money would just, cause more inflation and everything like that. But if I work into the wish that this money doesn't affect the world economy, because essentially it's going to be a net of zero, right? I'm going to get all this money and spend all this money. So, if anything, it'll be helping the economy. Because
so if it doesn't affect the world's economy, all of those material builders that you pay won't gain any profits, won't be able to then pay their workers more, supply their families with better lives or anything, because it won't affect the economy, right?
No. I didn't say it
The
won't affect
economy isn't just commerce.
I'm saying it won't negatively affect the economy.
That's not what you said. You said it wouldn't affect the economy.
Well, I'm switching it up. It won't negatively affect the economy because I would be, instead of hoarding the money, I would be spending the money, and that'll help.
You know what that sounds like?
I don't know. What does it
trickle
sound
down economics?
Listen. Trickle down economics would work if the billionaires didn't hoard their wealth.
Oh, so you agree with Ronald Reagan on everything.
I agree that trickle down economics.
You agree that it was a good idea for him to commit high treason and sell weapons to the Iraq government?
No, shut up. Trickle down economics would work. It would work. But the problem is the people aren't trickling down. They're hoarding it all at the top. And so it's not trickling down. If we had people spending the money, trickle down economics would work.
Well, here's the new problem that trickle down economics is creating. Every time we say the word trickle, I have to pee more. So why don't we just stop yelling at each other and end this episode so I can go pee?
Fair enough. I have to poop again. So
let's hurry, because you don't have the greatest track record anymore.
Never
We're
trust
0-1 on you being able to hold your poop in. So I'm gonna. I know I just said this, but hold on.
Trickle, 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 trickle. Connor, what is your final answer?
So I've written days since Matt has pooped himself, and we are currently at 0.
I think we should. Now we should put a counter in the top corner of each of our videos and see how long we can go. We should, you know what? We have a website now. We always had a website, but now we have another website. I guess we should just put a counter on there.
I'm gonna figure out how to hang this on the wall here so that we can keep looking at that. And you got to be honest with me if you poop yourself again.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I haven't pooped myself since I was a kid. So now I've broken that streak. You know, might as well start on a restart while I can record the evidence.
Exactly. Well, everyone, thank you so much. This is such a stupid podcast. Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of The Garlic Boys. If you'd like more from us, you can check us out on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. As well as you can head over to patreon.com/@thegarlicboys to subscribe to our Patreon and help support us over there. You could do our $3 a month tier or a $10 a month tier. $10 a month gets you our after show for the D&D show that we did called TGB One Shots. The full first season is available to listen to wherever you get your podcasts, as well as the after show there on Patreon that you can listen to with extra thoughts and comments from us and the rest of the cast. As well as you can listen to so also what you can do, I need you to stop doing whatever you're doing because it's distracting me. Also, what you could do is head on over to redbubble.com and support us by purchasing some designs of products that Matt and I have created from things that we have talked about on the show. And then finally head on over to youtube.com/@thegarlicboys to oh my gosh, do I hate you, to watch video versions of this podcast, as well as our other show, TGB, or the Clever Boy Quiz, the show.
What the heck? What? Hold on. So, what is happening? So, I got this at a Ren fair, right?
Yeah.
I got this little calcifer at last year's Ren fair.
Right.
And I'm going to take my camera. You mother trucker.
Did you forget you had a background on?
No, I just thought that
this literally happens every time you have a
I
background.
thought I'd be able to see it, Connor! Okay. Now I can scream. Look at what it did to my desk.
Ooh.
Like it warped it.
Did it melt it?
Yeah. That's what it looks like. What the heck? It must
Crazy.
be too hot. Like, oh, is that better? Do you like that? Do you like that? I'm sorry. Do you have any final thoughts?
Do you have a supplementary mom report for this week?
Do I? I don't know. Do I? Who's a mom? Who's a mom? Are there any moms? Do moms exist? Hey, you know what? Actually, I do. I don't believe she's given birth yet. But I believe she's very, very close. My friend Olivia is pregnant. And they were trying for a little bit and were unsuccessful to conceive a child, kind of like my sister Katie. And now they are pregnant, and I'm very happy.
Did you just hit your mic somehow? What are you playing with?
Not the mic cord at all. Did it cut out? Did I?
It did, but after you finished.
Oh, good. That's all that matters.
I cannot confirm if she is a mother, but this is basically just a place where we shout out women.
Yeah,
because women are awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm going to shout out Luisa Guerrero, who is the actress who is in the Toxie suit for most of the time that you see her, like Toxie on screen in the Toxic Avenger.
This new one?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Nice.
So she was the suit performer for Toxie, not Peter Dinklage. So shout out to her.
That's awesome. Shout out to her. I'm gonna be watching the old Toxic Avengers just to like catch up on the series, and then I'm gonna watch.
I don't think we even talked about how the villain is played by Elijah Wood.
Yeah. Oh, and he looks weird. He looks really weird.
Oh yeah, it looks so gross. Anyways, thank you so much for listening, and remember, as always, to stay garlicky.
I love that we can do anything on these microphones now. Like we don't have to limit ourselves. We can expand.
Elijah Wood's character in the Toxic Avenger looks like what his Frodo Fugler looks like.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. That's pretty accurate.